Hello. Okay, so basically, I am recording this introductory period of the video because basically I went on a little bit of a tangent about my current situation in a very incoherent way, and um I yeah, it's interesting. I watched it back. It was pretty interesting. It's pretty funny seeing it. So I'm gonna upload it anyways. It shed some light on my persona. So why not, right? So that's all. Oh, hello. Alright. This is my third attempt at um a video that I wanted to. I don't even know why I've signed up myself for this. I It's insanely stupid. I'm insanely stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. Well, I won with one single heart left. Cool, 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 cool. Well, I'm gonna edit that out anyways because no one comes here for the gameplay. No one comes here for the gameplay. Not a single soul comes here for the gameplay. Everyone comes here to watch me speak about things. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I bought one heart. I got many hearts. Yeah. Yeah, this YouTube channel is doing not too bad. I started this whole thing as an experiment. I remember I was in Quebec. And I was like, I want to start living life again. And I had started using DXM again after a long break. And I was like, what if I just strapped a GoPro to my head and I just took a bunch of drugs and then went outside. I never did that ever because, well, it's pretty hard to tape a camera to your head. It's surprisingly difficult. Oh, dude, now, that this guy's a problem. Right, so basically what I was talking about was, yeah, I was developing confidence for the first time in my life. Because I'm naturally not a confident person whatsoever. I have no confidence whatsoever. Because of the way I was raised and the way I was, just all my experiences have led me to not believe in myself at any possible chance that I have. So I decided that, well, eventually I started to realize that not believing in myself was getting me in my direct way. So even if I wanted to, like, even if it was like logically a better bet not to believe in myself, it didn't matter because that would, like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way, you know? So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a bet, you know? I'm just gonna put myself out there. I'm just gonna put myself out there and see what happens. And so I put myself out there. I just put myself out there for once. And I never do that. I never do that ever. I hate speaking to people. I hate speaking to people. I don't relate to anybody. I don't relate to anyone at all. Pretty sure I'm like 7/4 autistic. And people just laugh at me when I say that because I have like really high intelligence. So they just assume that I am capable of being socially adjusted and understanding humans, but I'm not. I'm not at all. They get mad at me for it. Take it personally when I'm confused. It's great. So I have all these expectations to live up to when I'm just like barely getting by. Oh, holy moly, where the heck did that come from? Yeah, I'm barely getting by. It is a very difficult existence that I'm currently surviving. I don't mean it in like I make my own problems, you know? I make my own problems. I've made my own problems. I've always assumed the worst. I was taught to assume the worst. You know, I don't think anyone really makes their own problems in a way. Because everyone's kind of a victim of their own surroundings. So how can you make your own problems? How can you? But that's what I'm trying to say is I'm pretty glad about how this is turning out. I'm really glad about it. I mean, it ain't much, I know, but I'm gonna celebrate because I want to. Because I feel it's celebration worthy. It's just, it's just nice because I lived my whole life being an outcast, and the few times that I wasn't an outcast, I was betrayed by those people that made me feel like I wasn't. Oh, this is a tough battle. Alright, we're good. Whew. Whew. So it's just... It's a strange life I live. I've been horribly depressed for years now, and I'm just coming out of it recently. And me coming out of it recently has been making it worse in a way, because the second I started doing better, everyone started getting angry with me. Everyone, it's like every support that I'd ever gotten from people was just a loan. Just a loan. And the second I got better, everyone was expecting me to pay it back right away. And I was like I mean, I'm not even better. Like, I'm not, I don't mean I'm like cured or anything. I'm not even close. But I'm getting there. But like, just the second that I'm able to put a legitimate smile on my face, everyone's just like, all right, pay up, bud. Time's up. And I'm just like, what? Just trying to survive, man. Cool. I got ridiculous amounts of health back. Okay. And okay, that's been extremely stressful for me because, first of all, there's no one I can talk to. No one at all. Everyone thinks that I'm being like superior to them, like that I have a superiority complex because maybe I used to. I don't think I really ever did. I think it was more of a front in so that I could mask my insecurities. But no one really cares about any of that. No one really cares about anything except for them feeling good about themselves. No one cares about nothing. Oh, yikes. It's all just a front. And I've never realized just how bad it is until I finally for all my life, every single time someone was jealous of me, every single time someone was had any kind of negative emotion towards me, I blamed it on myself. But I've stopped doing that. And now that I can see clearly, I've woken up to a sick, sick world. One that is not accepting of me for who I am. And I don't want to give up on it just because they don't accept me. Because I know that they're good people still. It's just hard to understand sometimes. I have no one to relate to anymore. People don't talk to me. Like my friends won't talk to me. I get ghosted by people all the time. They just disappear. Just one day, just don't talk to me again. I'll show up again a couple months later. Hello. They won't tell me why. No one ever tells me why. No one ever tells me why. Why is something about that question? Why? Oof. Get killed for asking that question. And I just don't get it. No. Throughout all of my mental struggles, I've sat and I've done my best to not take it out on anyone ever. I put it all on myself. Even though that my struggles were not necessarily my fault. It was my responsibility to deal with. I put it all on myself. And despite that, people are still angry at me for getting through it, even. Like I would have thought that during the time that I was like for a while I went into like a deep isolation. I was trying to figure out my mind, and I was hoping that isolating myself would help. First and foremost, I was extremely socially anxious. Just being in social like environments would make my muscles tense up, like painfully tense up, like bad muscle cramps, and that's nearly unbearable to live with. I mean, I'm like 19 years old. Like, I shouldn't be feeling like I have fibromyalgia. Like, doctors look at me and they're like, what the heck is wrong with this kid? What is going on? And I'm just sitting here like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening to me. And it's been like this for so long. And it's always been stress. It's always just been stress. And I think it is just stress. Like I went to the doctors earlier this year. They were freaking out, man. They thought I had like some sort of like scary disease. They wanted me to run through all sorts of tests, x-rays, blah blah blah. I didn't do them, not because I thought it was stress at first, mostly because I was confused. No, not confused. Confused isn't the right word. I was lazy. Not lazy either. That's not the right word either. Oh, darn. I just didn't have the patience, really. I think that's the best way to put it. I didn't have the time, the patience. So much was going on that I couldn't handle. I couldn't handle anything more. So I just put it aside. And now I'm here. So my symptoms were like, I had like excruciatingly bad, like muscle cramps, muscle tension. Like it was like impeding my ability to like sit and walk. Because it had gotten so bad. And that was messing up my school, messing up my sleep. I couldn't sleep because it felt like I was having like a heart attack because of the chest pains. I still can't sleep. My body's still on edge. I don't know what to do. Cause I'm I'm getting out of it, but I know that I'm just injured mentally and thus injured physically. But no one around me cares at all. Not one bit. They look at me and they say, we can't see what you're doing, so you're not doing anything. And they pretend to support me. They've pretended to support me for very long, and I always felt so uncomfortable. and I thought it was just inside my own head. But the more I talk to my family, the more I realize that it was never just inside my own head. That it was all for real. That that all this resentment and anger towards me was actually existing. And I never had like, okay, like in my family, no one ever would ever tell me how they feel about me, you know? Like, to hear an I love you is in that doesn't happen in this household. Never, never. I hate these bugs. So, I have like nothing to acknowledge my very existence. I'm just kind of being with no proof that I'm really alive or anything. I just, it's hard to explain the feeling of like having no one acknowledge the fact that you are a living person. It's like you're there, but you're invisible. Everyone has completely emotionally shut me out. So there's nobody to talk to. All my friends have emotionally shut me out. I hate this room. It's gonna be a hard one to edit. Oh, whatever. Um, yeah, all my friends just, they emotionally shut me out. My family have emotionally shut me out. They try to act like it's my fault that they have, but it's not. It's not. Well, it's not my fault. Just like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. And I'm a 19-year-old kid with post-traumatic stress disorder. I like I can't even speak. Can't even speak. And I'm just starting to get really sickened because I don't know where to go anymore. Everyone was cheering for me when I was down. Everyone was cheering and, oh, we can't wait till you get better. We can't wait till you recover. And the second I put a smile on my face, that was real. All of that disappeared and they turned on me. Claimed I was attacking them. All I just, like, it's just, I don't know what to do. Not one bit. My thoughts are in a realm that is different than other people. So, can't talk about my ideas. No one will show me affection. People act weird when I show them affection. They just ignore it because they think I'm faking it. come lying. So, I don't know what to do. I think that's alright. I think that it doesn't matter because I have myself. And I'm finally becoming friends with myself again. And that's a good thing because now it really makes sense to me. No one will have your back except for you. People will care for you in the ways that are socially acceptable. The second it makes them uncomfortable, it's a different story. They'll take it personally, fight you for it. I don't think I'm gonna win this game. I have really good stuff though, so I guess I'll ride it out to the end. I'll ride it out to the end. That's what I'm gonna do in real life too. I'm riding it out to the end. I'm not killing myself. I used to want to kill myself so badly. I wanted nothing more than to die, so that the pain would stop. And now I'm finally in a place where I can just slightly enjoy life. And I've been met with nothing but contempt for it. Nothing but contempt, so much contempt. And I never really got to live. I have never lived before. I've blocked out my life. And I'm just trying to live a couple days, have a couple months of survival. And everyone's just angry at me because I'm not doing enough. And I'm throughout my severe problems, I was always there for other people. All my friends, the only people that I can really be friends with, the only people who understand me are also people who struggle with mental disorders or whatever you want to call them. Just sadness, people who are damaged. And I was always there for them even when I was down. Oh. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going, because there is no other option. I either kill myself right now, or I keep going, right? There isn't any other option. Any other option is just... Ooh, that I feel like the game was unable to decide whether I'd actually survive that or not. Clear it? Because it took a second after I dodged. It's like, huh? Please die. Thank you. But yeah, there are no real options. Free choice is quite the illusion. So it goes, though. Oh, okay, well, I just can't be bothered. Anyways, that's all. Um, I'm just glad that there's some people out there that can relate to me, because that means that I'm not alone. And right now, I feel extremely alone. So, thank you all for existing. And continue to exist, because I don't think there's any other choice. And everyone has the power to help somebody who's injured find their way. It's just whether or not you're willing to acknowledge you have that power within you or not. That's all. Peace.